To get premium trading and investing tips, support on Patreon.
How's it going, everyone, and welcome to another one-on-one FIFA trading video. Today we're going to be talking about the team of the week, how to exploit the team of the week cards to make the most profit and bring the most value to your club. Now, the team of the week cards are special cards, something like you'll see on the screen, right? I don't know where I'm going to put it, but there are gold cards and silver cards that EA has been releasing as informed throughout every week through the year of the active FIFA series. Now with FIFA 20, I don't know if they're gonna put back into the game the bronze informs or not. I have no idea, we have to see that yet, but basically what it is a card that gets into packs, is a special cards for a straight week, because in real life that player had a really good game, so EA provided it into the game with boosted stats, better card. So that card is way rarer and more in demand, and because it's rarer and more in demand, the value of it once it goes out of packs, it's easier to trade. It's better to go onto those cards depending either if they have in-game demand or if they are good to input in specific SBCs that are provided throughout the year. And what you guys need to understand is that these cards fluctuate a lot. It depends because EA sometimes re-releases throughout the year these cards to create more hype. Like last year, like in FIFA 19, they released the best team of the week cards up to till team of the week 10. So some of the best informs, they got re-released, and what this means is that there's a lot of panic going on in the market. When there's panic, there's a lot of undercutting and there are really low prices. So always you need to take into account the market trends when you invest in team of the week. It doesn't mean if they're special cards and if they're going out of packs that they're not going to go down in value. Every foot promo actually affects these sort of cards, so you always need to take into account the full spectrum of the FIFA market when investing in this. But it's usually the best and safest method, especially if you go into Discord investments. These cards, when they get released, usually on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. UK time. This was throughout every year till now, but we'll see what will happen in FIFA 20. Up till this point, they have been really good investments as the Discord informs. They were needed in specific squad building challenges or SBCs, and when they were needed, they just grew up in value quite a lot, and it was quite a good investment method if you went with it throughout the whole year. But anyways, we're not going to be focusing only on the SBC folder cards. I'm going to explain to you also with the cards in demand. There's a lot of opportunities, especially with the team of the week 1. When the team of the week 1 is usually released, I'm going to provide a FIFA 18 example. Valencia, who went from 100k to like 600, 800k at a peak price throughout the year, sometime in January before the team of the year was released. This was only because of the hype created. He was the best right back from Premier League throughout the whole year, and a lot of pros, when they played their World Series or like the championship or anything, a lot of people watched them play with Valencia, and a lot of people wanted that card. It was really rare because the team of the week 1 cards are especially rare. Not a lot of them get packed because it's usually a week before the game is released. They get on the web app, there's not so much supply, and even if there's a card in demand, it usually goes up quite high. Now remember, Valencia was an example because he didn't get a second inform throughout the most of the year, but if there's a card that gets a second inform, this is really important. Cards can get second informs. For example, like let's take an example as Aubameyang. He's a card that could potentially get more informs if he scores more goals and has really good games throughout the year. Now, if he scores a lot of these goals, he's going to get second, maybe a third inform throughout the year. And what this means is whenever the next inform, the better version of this card is released into the game, the previous version, the inform, will usually go down in value. And this is an opportunity for you guys. You can always exploit the panic selling. Usually what happens is people, before the release of the team of the week, they don't know what the market value of the second inform is going to be, what usually happens is that the first inform gets panic sold because the announcement of the team of the week is at 3 p.m. UK time, but the release of the team of the week is at 6 p.m. UK time. So in that span of time, people are selling the first inform that I think is going to be is going to go for really cheap map values, and that's the opportunity for you guys to go in, jump in, and buy that window. Now, this works in 80% to 85% of the times, in my opinion. There's not always like an opportunity like this. There are some cards, like if they're really rare and if they were from team of the week 1, sometimes the second inform gets lower and it does not work. But usually what happens, if this is like a team of the week 5, team of the week 6 card and he gets a second inform, let's say in team of the week 10, you can exploit it. You can buy it in that span time of the 3 hours before the release of the team of the week in the game, and you can invest in them and sell them later on. Once people see the second inform or the third or any like next version of the inform going for much higher, when his impact, you're gonna see the first inform go back up, because people who basically try to sell them get those coins to buy the second inform or the next inform for a very I mean, they maybe try for like something a bit more than what they sold the first inform for. When they see that market value be way higher than the first inform, they just rebuy the first inform, and usually what happens is the first inform rebounds. We had a lot of success investing in this sort of method, so if you guys are looking to make some coins, make sure to look into that. I'm sure a lot of you will be asking yourself when the low point for the team of the week cards is. It's usually when there's supply. Now remember, as I said, a lot of promos, re-releases of the SBCs, all of that affects the cards on the market, their prices and all of this, so you have to be really careful. If you're a sub on my Patreon, I'm always looking around your shoulders. I'm always looking at the market, so whenever there's going to be like a potential drop, like last year we had a lot of success. We sold our teams, we sold our cards, a lot of those at the peak point before some promos were dropping. This year it was crazy because every single week almost we had a promo, but we did really good with investing. When we sold our teams, we made a lot of coins. We rebought them when there was a promo, when there was hype, there was panic. We made quite a lot of coins out of that one, so if you're interested, the Patreon is down below. But anyways, you guys can follow these trends, always look at the patterns, and before a promo is out or anything, if you see it on Twitter, if you follow big accounts that basically look into the code and see when there's going to be a promo, you can act on it, you can sell it usually before the weekend league starts, Fridays or Thursdays, because of the weekend league rewards. People get the coins back. These cards usually rise the most. We had a lot of success selling these cards on Thursdays when people got the coins. We bought them between Sunday and Wednesday. They got the coins from the rewards and we sold them for really good profit, especially if bought with Hunter, especially if bought with shadow cards or something like that. We had quite a lot of success. Now, if you guys are looking to make really good coins over the team of the weeks, the best low point, I don't know when it's gonna be. I'm not sure, because every year thus far has been different. This year in FIFA 19, it has been between Sundays and Wednesdays. We usually had a lot of luck buying players on Wednesday, because even though if it wasn't the low point, we knew that on Thursday is gonna rise up. So we rather played our cards safe to make that profit. We bought a lot of other players just to resell them on Thursday to make quite some good coins, but safe coins, because safer is better than maybe waiting on the cards, buying on Sunday, buying on Monday when the weekend league is over, and waiting for them if they go up slightly. I don't know if they go up 5% throughout that period from Monday to Wednesday. I don't think that's the risk you want to take. Like, you want to wait to the very moment when you know that in the next day or in the next 2 days these cards are going to go up. So always follow the trends. You can watch that on futbin.com. You can follow them on your own, or you can subscribe to my Patreon. I'm going to be looking out for them. I'm going to be providing also target prices, sell prices, and you're also going to be notified whenever a card has been has reached the buy price or the sell price. I've got a bot now working on Discord, so if you guys are subscribing to that, you're going to see that below. Now, yeah, as of course, the SBC fodder informs are the last thing that I want to mention here. Those are the cards that are needed for SBCs. Last year, it was really amazing to see some of the 80 rated informed cards, especially with good links. If they were from the second English division and they were like they were from England, like the nationality of the card was English, you could have seen those cards getting at the very low point. 9.9k I believe is their discard price, but then like in a week after they were 14k, 15k. That was a really good pattern to observe. Always watch the whole team of the week, see what patterns apply to that team of the week throughout the year. I don't think the first three team of the weeks are going to be really reliable when the game is out, but later on just stick to the plan from the team of the week 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's when the patterns, some of the patterns will keep repeating themselves and you guys will make a lot of coins out of those. But the SBC folder cards, the 84 rated informs are a really good shot, 83 as well. They usually go to a specific price and then they rise. Also at the beginning of the game, this is something I'm gonna talk in another video, but also the high rated cards at the very start of the game, those are some cards that you can make quite a lot of profit on once the SBCs kick in, once the market gets the coins into the game, and once there are more coins the prices get higher. So yeah guys, hope this was informative. Next one is flipping. I hope that will be also informative for you guys. If you have any questions, drop them down below, and thank you for watching. Cheers.